Yeah. Oh no. Beta. Hello everyone. Today is Wednesday, and thus today is Wednesday Warzone. Today is Wednesday, and this is Wednesday Warzone. Oh my gosh, master of the obvious. This is me, Paolo, from the Garrison Archangel team, and yeah, this is the new update video that you've all been waiting for. We skipped a week last week because of the what do you call this? All of the internal changes we did last week. But today we have some new stuff to show. Mostly this episode will be about the coming balance changes. Like I discussed and announced, February is going to be our balance change month. And the biggest balance change, the biggest weapon affected with this change are missiles and shields. In particular, one of the biggest changes for these balance updates is the Liberator, and we actually took some suggestions from the Discord. The Liberator's attack types change. So the primary is a really rapid fire missile, but it's homing, and the missile will track like the arc missiles on the back, so but without the AoE and with less damage. So it makes the Liberator a rapid fire homing missile weapon primarily, and the secondary is we up the damage, but it loses the homing capability. So it's good for punishing people. But I think personally, having used this and tested this, people will be using the primary fire more often than the secondary fire. But this is subject to change. But this is the new design principle. So homing for the primary, and the secondary mode will be a powerful burst. Yeah, it deals 400 base damage actually, but they're dealt 500 because all the additional stuff I have equipped on this mech. As you can see in this video, the sideways and backward movement has been updated, so I can really just run away from attacks just by boosting now, and it saves boost too. And yeah, I was talking about the Liberator. Okay, the other change is for the back arc missiles. They've become really powerful, and if you're watching the Deadly Duets or tried out the game, you can see that arc missiles are really strong. They're basically almost free damage in effect because of their great AoE and homing capability. We actually made the reload time for the arc missiles 1 second slower for both back and shoulder versions. And another change would be to shields. It's the same. We added a reload time. We added to the recharge time for the bash, and the shoulder shields. I guess I'll fight Usha Jajanka. The shoulder shields, which are why are you not? Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Paolo, no. The shoulder shields, which provide a 10% deflection and for both the ranged and melee damage of both types, stability and armor. We've reduced that to 5%, and we've also added a 1 second cooldown time to its shoulder tackle because it's a really useful move that provides guard frames while moving you forward. So we think for 1000 weight it does two really good things. We've decided to weaken the good things but maintain that 1000 weight, so you still have an option on your shoulders. So as you can see here, I'm dealing like 190. That's 95. Each missile has a base damage of 100. So he's only deflecting 5% of that. Oh no, Usha Jajanka and his massive damage. Look at that walk. So we hope the changes make shoulder shields a little more fair for the 1000 price point and the one slot. It actually does. It has the abilities of two. I'd say two equipment. It does a better job than the internal, and it also does a better job forward moving wise than the Tower Shield's own bash. By the way, we also added a 1 second, and even that move is really powerful. So we've decided to add a 1 second to its recharge time as well. This means you will see less of those guard frame charge attacks. They'll be rarer, so you'll have to use them more wisely compared to before, where as soon as you have it, it's always a good idea to just use it. Now you'll have to really weigh the option of just popping it out. So right now, I feel like the Liberator is really, really good, but I find that for the reload rate, it actually deals less damage than other weapons out there that you can use. But I think it becomes a more interesting weapon because you can now have that 400 damage. You can just pop out a 400 projectile, and throwing out like 10 or right now I had ammo internals, so I was shooting out 11 100 projectile missiles. I'm shooting out 11 of those, and if I have two of those, I can shoot out like 22, and they're all homing. So look at that. Oh, and another change we did is to the rapid missiles. We made their tracking a little better and added damage. So they'll be more painful, but their effectiveness is still more or less at the mid range. It's just that they track better at their expected range. So I can now. Whoop. I can feel the AI change on the speed types. They're really all over the place. Oh wow, he just dodged that. Kuroyami! That was anime. I was like, when the smoke cleared, he was just standing there. Okay. So as you can see, I'm running a missile boat, and boy, I feel like... Oh my gosh, I'm just hurling out missiles. No, Kuriyami, don't show off your speed. Oh my gosh. Kuriyami, no. So, like I said, the one issue of this build is the damage. It's not bursty, it's more like you can throw out a constant threat. So you can just like keep popping out missiles left and right with the Liberator. Also, the recharge time on each missile is pretty slow, so it's faster than shoulder missiles, but they're also weaker than the shoulder missiles. And the shoulder missiles, you fire out like 2 at a time for rapids, and well, for arcs they have that AOE, and they have lots of damage per missile. So it's something to consider. The large weight, but I feel like the large weight is now worth it, especially since you have this as an option, which is like a 400 damage. I lost. I'm no good at running things with little boost, but I was just showing off just how much missiles you can pop out. So that's the Liberator really has a big change now. I feel like it can become really broken. I've been trying it out because I actually run speed ranged builds, and I've been trying out every like combination HEMA for cooldown, the targeter, the kill shot correctors for damage, and I found just ammo increase and HEMA is really good. You don't really need additional armor, additional damage, because each individual missile is like 100 damage, 110. You actually want to have more missiles up in the air. And of course, because there's so much missiles, and if the enemy eats all the missiles, I don't care how armored you are, that's gonna hurt. So it's something to try out when the update hits. There's still a lot of stuff we're fixing. I'll look at the list here. Actually, this balance patch is a lot less than our usual, but the biggest one is the Liberator, like I said. So I think I've talked about the missiles and the long lin and the bashes for the shoulder shields and the tower shields, and the Liberator and the missile arc missiles, and tracking for the rapid missiles, so and damage up. There's also yes, sorry, I haven't used that. Okay, I guess I'll just change one of my mechs. I'll change you. We decided to reduce the base damage of the Halo Targe and the Cytec by 50 points, but they still maintain their MDM, RDM melee damage and range damage bonus. So many people were saying that well, not many, we were hearing some concerns that they've become potentially too strong because they get both ranged and melee. But at the same time, they're one of the more inaccurate range weapons. They're really only good for punishing and answering people coming close to you. Yeah. See, and even that, it's not too good. We decided to reduce the damage by 50 points. We hope it's not too big a deal. As you can see, I'm built with MDM and I have some range damage because I'm actually a range build, and I'm using a strength type body, and I'm actually dealing like 300 per throw. So, but this is the extreme, so I don't think it'll be too bad. And even then, against a highly armored opponent, I feel like I could have used a better range weapons like my rapids, for instance, or my railgun, for instance. But you do have to remember that these weapons are also shields, and they're also a sword and a shield. So we don't want to overshadow the fact that they're a shield and sword. So we reduced the thrown ability a bit. But it still has the same cooldown, so you can just throw as soon as you get it back. But it might not be as powerful as people thought it would be. So we hope it's balanced now. Oh, look at that. Strength type, I knock you down with one. Oh no! That's all worms though. Okay. Okay, so... Oh no. Wow, he just blocked that. What a jerk. Oh no! Okay, I personally haven't practiced with these weapons, but please do tell me if in the comments if you think 50 points is bad or good. We do listen. We'll also put this version up on preview so people can test out the balance changes. So I think that's about it on the list right now. Another thing that's coming up that's not here is we found it's a bug actually. The ammo internal isn't supposed to add to the ammo expansion internal. Shouldn't add bullets reloaded unless the reload type of the weapon is supposed to like reload the whole stock, and that was a carryover from the old railgun, the old railgun, and other weapons that were similar to it. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna make ammo internal only increase the maximum cap, and it'll only affect the reload rate if the reload rate is supposed to fill up. The. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Wait. We'll discuss this later. I lost my train of thought there, but basically there are certain weapons that reload by twos, like the arc missile, and they're not supposed to do that, and it makes it strictly better than a HEMA internal, for example. I just remember that we did impose that change due to certain weapons like the swarm missiles and the and the railgun, as aforementioned railgun, and we'll be taking a look at that again. So there's that. What else is here? Tower shield. Okay, one of the most underused equipment in the game are these back thrusters. But personally, I think it's just because of the looks. We've decided to give it a buff by reducing its ability recharge time by 1 second. But why? Look at me. Look at that. Ow. I still ate those missiles. I still ate those missiles. As you can see, it takes about 6 seconds now. Before it was 7 seconds. I still ate that. I forget, they're not missiles anymore. So that's it. A lot of the balance changes are pretty minor, because there's a lot less. There's a lot less of certain weapons being too popular. One thing I can say is popular watching the the deadly duets. Personally, in my opinion, is the arc missiles. They got really strong, so that's why we added 1 second to their charge time. Another thing we changed are the tower shield bash and shoulder bash. The shoulder shields and the tower shields were still pretty strong with their current cooldown, so we decided to give it a little more nerf for balance change. So that's it. A lot of the stuff is just like nudging a few numbers in cooldowns. The only real change, in my opinion, that's really big is the Liberator gameplay, and I hope it's not too powerful. In my tests it wasn't, but I am sure there are players out there who can change that. So with that, I think it's time for question and answer. Yeah. Okay. Are there plans for a new weapon next month, and if so, any hint? It might be a basic weapon. I know I talked about certain weapons with team effects. I'm not sure if we can do that soon enough. It'll be a basic weapon. Let's say it'll add to the basic weapon archetypes. Curious as to other than the Liberator, what other weapons do you plan on getting rebalanced? I just discussed them. Possibility of hireable mercenary ally mechs for story mode missions. I'm toying with the idea, but I'm not sure. It's good to have right now. Liberator homing primary must be weaker than any missiles around, including rapids. Right now they're about 100, same damage as pistol rounds, and I think it's fine. As you can see in the video, I feel like there are other ranged weapons that I would prefer to use, like Tatsels and Astrips, that are the same weight. It's just that the problem with the Liberator, it's not really a problem, it's more like it's one of its greatest strengths, is that you can consistently throw out like a homing projectile, and it's annoying. It can really unnerve. I have a feeling in PvP it'll unnerve a lot of players because they'll be eating a lot of free damage. Liberator. So you can play like a far distance type. Liberator really needs some love. I know you were playing around with other status effects, including a healing zone weapon. Like I said, it's a nice to have right now. I'm not sure if we can have it in the game soon or later. But we'll see. February, we have a lot on our plate. We're trying to get the mission mode out for public testing. We know most were negatives to inflict on the opponents. Yes, I discussed the healing. We're toying around with regeneration and stuff. Heal zone, buffs, damage ups. Yeah, we're toying around with that. So we have status effects like we're testing it. We do have some. It's just that of course we need to model a new weapon, and as you all know, we're making a lot a lot of new um, models. You're seeing them here, like upgraded versions for the basic mechs and for existing weapons, and we have a lot of weapons. As you can see here, my preferred body now is the Falcon 2 because it looks so fast. And of course, we have all these other new weapons now. Have you checked out the new names? We also added lore. So we added some stuff there. If you check the codex, we actually put in the factions. Although it's a very short description, I don't want to be too verbose about what they are exactly. I'll show it. I just want to put back my Mistletoe missiles. Yeah. Okay, Crimson Commando. Okay, in the faction, in the codex, we actually put music and the factions. The music is incomplete. We're sorry about that. We'll have that fixed next update. So we added some stuff here, like their logos as well, in case you didn't know about the logos of the corporations who made our favorite weapons, like Eagle Aerospace, Montaglione, Stahlwalder Nibelungen, Medvedev, Shenji, Yoshikawa, Astra, Maaga, Bleeding Edge. And there are some story mode factions here, which I don't want to show. I don't want to be. These are the ones I particularly don't want to explain just yet until we have like the single player campaign done. But you'll have an idea of the different factions involved. So that's the faction and the garage types. I forgot why I'm showing these off. I'm sorry, I trailed off there. Anyway, changes to Liberator. Lib Primary should be nerfed armor damage to 75. Remain the same as Rapids. I'm not sure about that because Rapids launch 2 missiles at a time. They actually deal like 150 per 1 ammo spent. Instead of reducing Halo Charge, should increase the bash damage of the medium shield to keep in line. Although I feel like there is merit in that people the way the thrown weapons are used, you hardly use their primary function, which is as a melee weapon or as a shield, and the weapons stay in the air far more longer than just then like once in a while. It feels like someone pointed it out, like 90% of their gameplay is throwing them, even though there's like a function as a shield or there's an actual like move set with a sword. And I feel like nerfing it would make people consider the throw less, like they'll rely on their other options. It won't be an answer to every situation, that kind of feeling. Arc missiles increase on cooldown. What a way to ruin game flow. I'm not sure. I main arc missiles ever since, and I don't. I feel like the downtime is okay. I'm using other weapons. I play. I was playing this a full range, kitted out with arc missiles. Actually, my old build had burst rifle in it, and arc missiles were still reliable. I was using Crimson Commando, yeah. If anything, I feel like it's the Liberator that's gonna be like on the forefront, even though it doesn't have AOE. It has a lot of homing projectiles up in the air at the time. Medium shield. But anyway, arc missiles aren't supposed to be free damage. It's not game flow. It feels like every time you get to fire an arc missile, it's assured damage. I've got to test the arc changes before I pass my judgment. Astrip. Astrip or Astrap? It's based off a Greek word. I don't know. Will the music be usable as replacement for garage music? Music on the codex. No, it's right now. The music on the codex is just a music player. It doesn't. It doesn't actually change music on the garage or whatever. You just get to listen to music freely. Uh, I'm not sure if we can implement that option, but if enough people ask for it, maybe we will. But that was the Liberator just lobbing, hoping missiles. I didn't even. I don't even get to use this. I only use this when I'm out of ammo. So while that's waiting, I'm like firing pistol, free 100 damage, because you're overloaded. Alcatraz has transparent bullets. Oop. And see, I'm still hitting with the arc missiles even with less bullets. So, and I've like lobbed a lot. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I should have finished my pistol bullet. That's the one thing I can't get used to with a Peacemaker, but it makes it balanced at its weight. You have to like finish, you zero out the bullets before it starts reloading. Oh yeah, just block that. So as you can see, the Astrap deals more damage, but I have more like I have a more consistent damage output because I'm just lobbing homing projectiles all over the place. So that's that. Are there any more questions? And I will. Oh yeah, sorry. One of the things we updated. This one's pretty big. It's very experimental because when I tried it, it was either horrible or didn't do much to help the weapon. We decided to up the Wesp individual bullet damage to 30. That's 5 points per bullet. So with the 50 mag count, 50 bullet mag count, it's that it's like 250 more damage. Oh, this is a bad opponent. No, no. As you can see, I'm like you can feel the damage increase. Like it's pretty huge. Oh no, who are you? Why are you playing that game? That I like that. No, I like that game, but that's not what this channel's about. Okay, I should have just turned off my friends list. Okay, as you can see, I'm not even using my. Oh no, not even using my arcs. But if I did, he'd be more damaged now. Bang, bang, bang. Are you falling stylishly? Oh no, you little boy. Okay. Oh, oof, oof. So, I'd like to call this update the range weapons buff update. Uh, I guess a lot of range weapons also got nerfed, but I feel like a lot of the range damage dealer weapons got buffed. So, Wesp has a damage increase. That's the basic thing we did. And it might be excessive or it might not have like helped the Wesp. We'll put out the game in preview and you guys judge for yourselves. So that's I think that's it. That's about it for the list for real. I think that's about it for real. Okay. Now does the Liberator is affected by the ammo internal. It has a base ammo count of, sorry, I don't have all the numbers. It has a base ammo count of 9, so with the ammo internal that becomes 11 because it rounds up. So Yeah, there's it's affected. Did you improve the tracking on the West? As you can see in the video, it might not be obvious, but there has been some improvements. What was primarily increased is the damage, so that West is more punishing against like opponents who don't move compared to before, and I feel like it'll increase its value in that niche if you have other weapons that can like keep the enemy in place uh, or finish up their boost. West suddenly becomes your go-to weapon just for dealing lots of damage. So we hope that's enough for it. The other suggestions we received and the ideas we have involve changing the West completely from its damage, armor damage weapon roll. Life bars on AI when spectating, yes, and um, we it might help for people to know that that might be coming close soon because of the mission mode we have. So sabotage. No. I don't know if I can. Everyone's falling, so my stuff might miss all the time. Okay, anyway, so we already like mark enemies and allies with like that. So that might be closer than the life bar on people thing might be closer. Oh no! Helicopters! Okay, bye bye. Might be a closer feature than we expect. Oh no. Yeah, so. Oh, have you guys tried this flight mode? It's very experimental. We're gonna update the visuals for that so that you can have a better, or even assign a new button for it so that you can still boost around normally. Oh no. Why? Okay. Oh, look at that. Those missiles just decided to track a new enemy. Cool. Let's go up. Yeah. Whoa. Ha, you're not the real Mr. Surprise. Ha, I won. No, I didn't win. Yeah, I didn't get to deal enough damage. I was too slow. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff to be updated. Like some people pointed out, there's gonna be mission fail, mission complete, and of course, there's gonna be new voiceovers for that. So it's gonna be our voice actor again doing that role. How about Nico's proposal on the force fields on arena maps being adjustable? Uh, yeah, it's on the drawing table. No, we can't give you a timeline on that yet. Oh snap! I forgot to beg. I second this. Yep. Yeah. So the life bars on AI might be coming soon. I did show the like indicators for enemies and allies, which is important in horde mode because you'll have a lot of enemies and it's possible to have a lot of allies. So you need that um, you need that awareness of where everyone is, and the indicators on the blue and red indicators should help with that. So that's that. Are there any more questions before I move on to the announcements? No, 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 no questions. Okay. First announcement is gonna be pretty. I don't know if it's sad or happy or because I know a lot of you guys are listening to this channel and watching me get like because I'm talking I can't like play properly, and I know you guys have fun with that and make fun of me mispronouncing words like barrel. Starting next week, Wednesday Warzone is gonna have a the schedule might be a bit spotty, and the reason for that is we're gonna be moving to a new new workplace area, so it's gonna take some time to get like adjusted with the new stuff, the new internet and stuff. So next week it's a possibility we won't have a Wednesday Warzone, but I guess you guys are used to that. I just want to give you guys a heads up that that's gonna be the reason moving forward. So I'm not sure when we'll go back to normal, so just keep that in mind. This might be the last Wednesday Warzone that's live for a while, because we used to do Wednesday Warzones like videos, and even then it was a bit casual like this. But at least this one we get to talk with people, and we might not have that for a while, so just be prepared. And what else? So after that announcement, we're gonna have one last Cosmic Clash. I did say last episode that back in January that Cosmic Gorgons, one of our longtime like supporters, they're closing down, and they're gonna have one last like send off party on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And because we've always held Cosmic Clash at Cosmic Gorgons, we've decided to have one last Cosmic Clash, and it's gonna be strange because they have a lot. They have a lot of events going on. They booked us on Friday night, and it'd be nice if everyone who's listening to this in the Philippines came over like one last Cosmic Clash at Cosmic Gorgons on the 22nd on Friday. And we'll have like a special mug, and we even have like a super anime name for it, like it's the end of Cosmic Clash. And then I forgot, I wrote that Japanese name, and it disappeared. Oh, it's Hoshizora no Saigo no Namida. It's the final tears of a starlit sky, the end of Cosmic Clash. So it's like the anime series was canceled, but they have enough funding for one last anime movie. That's what the Cosmic Clash we're gonna do on the 22nd is gonna be about. So I hope the regulars can make it, even though it's a Friday. And we have like special mugs, and we'll also be selling, because it's the last day, and because we know the Cosmic Gorgons community is gonna be there. We're gonna be selling Garrison Archangel Steam keys at 300 pesos a pop. I don't know how to convert that to I don't know how to convert that to dollars off the top of my head. Anyways, it's quite a big discount. It's bigger than the 10%, 15% discounts we've been doing, because it's like 200 pesos off if I'm remembering correctly, because 499. Oh no, it's 399. So it's 100 pesos off. So it's a really big discount. If you guys want to get GA at the steal and see how competitive it can get, I suggest you guys come over to Cosmic Gorgons at Cubao Expo at Quezon City. It's also, Cosmic Gorgons is a gaming lounge, so they do fighting games. They have a big fighting game communities. Not just fighting games. They actually, one time I was there, they played a wrestling game, and they make their own like wrestlers, and the wrestlers are based on themselves. So they're just really game. They're just a game loving crowd, and it's really sad to see them go. And I'm proud to have like CG Spicy D, the community we built there, the Cosmic Clash community, Vol, CG Spicy D. Kiko Pro, although he's also active on the Discord, he's like the representative from our international community, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna miss them, but well, things like this happen. So we'll try to get another place, like another way to get local tournaments started. And I know you guys in the international group also want to have your own tournaments, and that's coming down the pipeline. Right now, we just want to grow the community first and see, and then we'll see what kind of improvements we can do to online multiplayer to make it even better. And we'll see what happens from here on out. That's all I can say about that. So yeah, so going back to my announcement, please do join us for the last Cosmic Clash, the end of Cosmic Clash, Hoshizora no Saigo no Namida, the final star, the final tears of a starlit sky. Cubao Expo, please be there. And last but not least, I've been talking about it throughout the balance talks of this episode. The Deadly Duels tournament by Maple, by RoboFights. I linked them below. I linked to the RoboFights channel. Please do check them out. The Deadly Duets is a 2 versus 2 AI tournament. Basically, what happened was a bunch of players submitted their mechs to RoboFights, and RoboFights had them fight each other as AI, and took note of who won, of what mechs won, or which pair won. It's very interesting because there are builds that are really good for 2v2 that aren't that good 1-on-1, and the opposite. There are really strong mechs in 1-on-1 that don't mesh well when paired up and fighting a pair of enemies. So there are lots of new stuff we're seeing because we're watching it in the Discord community. I suggest you guys also watch it. And please support me on Snowstorm. Because us devs, we joined, but we have a history of joining these things, but we don't necessarily win. And I'm the biggest indicator of that. I joined several Cosmic Clashes, but I've never won a single one because our community is more dedicated at finding builds and playing. Us, we're more concerned on building the game, and we're a small team, so we can't just all we don't have as much time to practice and to find the optimum strategies as much as everyone. Not to say you guys don't have lives, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you guys are clearly more dedicated. And one of our devs told me he saw the Steam page and he saw people racking up 20 hours on GA, and it made him proud. And it went for a while. I was like, yeah, that's to be expected. And then it dawned on me, oh my gosh, people really love our game, and it's really touching. And for that, that's why I'm even if I lose tournaments or I'm not that good, it's fine because I know there's someone out there who loves the game enough to be really good at it. And we've seen that several times. We have repeat champions. We have people really talking about builds seriously on the Discord. And if you're watching the Deadly Duets, you can see the people who really, really test all their builds with the AI, and you can see that go into the builds. So it's been 2 years of Garrison Archangel to see that kind of dedication firsthand. It really makes me proud as the maker. So thank you for everyone in the community, and please do support the Deadly Duets. And another reason Deadly Duets is really cool is because we didn't organize the tournament. It's all organized by RoboFights. Maple's one of our longest time supporters. Oh, Rocky, good. You're playing Garrison Archangel. Good. That's good, Rocky. Sorry. I really should turn off my friends list. I'm really proud of RoboFights. One of our most long-time supporters. All it does is post AI fights and some of Maple's online fights on the channel. And this tournament was done by RoboFights. All we did was okay, sure. If the person wins, if the winning pair wins, wait, that's wrong. If someone wins the tournament, we'll add them to the game. And basically, we did some marketing for RoboFights by our social media channels. But the prize money, the organization, the recording, it's all a passion project by Maple, by RoboFights. And yeah, so kudos to Maple, and really thank you very much for supporting the game for the longest time. And everyone who's watching this who hasn't heard of Deadly Duets, you really should check it out. And yeah, Neon, please support Neon, the Neon team, the one with Blondie. Yeah. not because not because Blondie's my mech. Okay, so there's that. So thank you for Deadly Duets. Thank you to the community as usual. I think your builds are good. Why do you gotta throw me under the bus like that? Steam overlay doesn't pop up, so it's fine, I guess. Feel you 685 fist bump. There are people just fist bumping each other on the chat. Jeez, guys, get a room. I'm kidding. It's this kind of love and passion in the community. I hope more people join us and support the game so we can continue to make it like the best mech game for PC. Cooldown ammo recovery. Oh, there were more questions. Astrap barrel. Two or three. Okay, sorry, I'm reading questions right now, so super sad. Will there be a new Cosmic Gorgons? Sorry, I don't know. Better to ask them. $6, $6 to $7. Was it 9, 10? I remember setting it to 8. Libwest. The boomerangs were nerfed in terms of damage, but that's it. Like 50 points of damage reduced per hit. 310 hours. Thank you. Oh my gosh. That's close to my own. I'm only like 365 hours and I made the game. Okay. Paul's own mech. As it is ripped to shreds. Hey, I've been winning so far. No, I'm not. Blondie's Ricardo's mech. Demo builds. Make Dominus great again. Dominus is really strong right now. Kill Blondie. Last question. Where's Nico? Well, Nico's doing his own thing right now. That doesn't mean he's off the team. He's just... in the first place, when I did Wednesday Warzone, it was just me alone, and Nico really was just helping out with the sounds and the questions and color commentary and making us skirt trouble a bit. But he isn't always required to stay up, because right now, just so you guys know, it's 10 o'clock p.m. where I am, and I'm still at the office. I need to be at the office to do this setup, so that's why next week we might not have Wednesday Warzone, because like I said, we're moving to a new workplace, and it's for this reason that basically, because we need the office space to do the stuff we're doing on here. Oh my gosh, I just realized there's no sound coming from the PC, so it's all been my voice and the strange background music. It's not even music, it's like sounds. Okay. So, why did I do that and it's the video's ending? But anyway, yeah. Dominus level 3 does not cover enough of the screen. Gotta cover at least 2/3 of the screen to get... And it's great again. Will there be... Yeah, okay. No. Dominus level 3 is pretty good. It punishes people who overload and kills them. The damage is nothing to nothing to like. You shouldn't underestimate the damage. It's one of the highest single hit damage moves in the game, other than like railgun full charge. Office upgrades, I'm not sure yet if it's an upgrade. We're hoping it is. Yeah. Will there be control mapping in the future? Yes. There's control mapping right now for keyboard and mouse, but for controllers it requires a bit of work. It's one of our most requested features, but it's not simple. I'm sorry to say it's not simple, so it might take a while. So I think no more questions. Can we get a skin for the shields that's just a table? A table? A table? So a table tied to the wrist of the Archangel. We'll see about that. Okay, it's about to be 10 o'clock, so that's gonna be an hour I think I'll just one last question or something. Alright guys, one last question before I go. I'll just go play with Crimson Commando. Uh I, other than the balance changes, we're hoping for a public test of the mission mode. It'll be just doing missions and gaining points, just to test the entire like system. That's what we're hoping for at the end of February. And then after that, we're gonna put actual progression like upgrades, and you're gonna start seeing stat differences and upgrades on the body weapons and parts. Bodies, weapons and parts. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. We're hoping for May, but that might be but yeah, stuff might change. Like I remember we promised October last year, but we decided, hey, let's do a campaign, single player mission campaign. Oh wow, Usha Jajanka. Oh no, is this Karma? Yeah, it doesn't have the mountain splitter. Yeah, someone please beat Vol, because we have too many similarly designed mechs on our roster. I'm just kidding, Vol. Yeah, we like I said, we're gonna be limiting the number of like ghosts. Sorry, not ghosts. We're gonna be limiting the number of additions to the character roster. More of the players who win will be ghosts. Like I said, they'll appear in single player as enemy aces or faction agents. Like if you piss off Eagle enough, you'll find their Eagle Ace. The Eagle Ace pilot will like kick your ass. Okay. I will defeat Vol. Yes, Rocky, please do. Are there gonna be tournaments post Cosmic Clash? Yes, I just don't have a solid word of where they're gonna be held. Hopefully SGS, if we can get a spot there again. If we can get to Tokyo Game Show again, yeah, that would be nice. Oh yeah, Enma State is watching. Enma State, I'm so he's like one of my favorite users because there was a time when Garrison Archangel had like a Japanese version. Like we didn't add all this new stuff, so you couldn't play the game in Japanese, but it was really badly translated Japanese. Oh my gosh, no, get out of there! Why is that your name? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So, ignoring that, there was a time when Garrison Archangel, like the full game, was in Japanese. So, there's been a lot of updates since then. So, the game is like a weird. If you play it in the Japanese version, I bet you guys didn't know that. You can set the game to Japanese. It's a weird hodgepodge of English and Japanese right now. We haven't really gotten a translator since then, and if we're gonna go to Tokyo Game Show, oh god. By the way, that's Nico. That guy's Nico. So hunt down that then guy. Doxing. Nah, I'm kidding. Yo Nico, what's up? Why am I doing this? No. Okay. So like I said, what was I trying to do? Okay, that's what I was trying to do. Okay, got it. Okay. Was that Steam? Yes, that was Steam. Well, the new codex entries, yeah, we're hoping to update our Japanese like translation, so that when we go to TGS, people can just like play the game without too much explanation. because I'm actually really bad at Japanese, and uh, I'm actually a little scared of going back there and talking with people because it's pretty bad. But Japan's a nice place, and I love our Japanese player base. Like I said in an earlier interview, this game was like a love letter to the Japanese mecha anime, to Japanese robot anime. I forgot the actual Japanese phrase, but that's true. That is our heartfelt feeling about this, and to have a Japanese fan like Enma State, and there are others too, like Arudex. It's just that I haven't heard from them. I'm not sure if it's a good practice to just name call all our fans. Um, so there's basically we have a lot of Japanese fans back then, and Enma State's like uh, one of our biggest supporters. And yeah, thank you for watching Enma State. Tokyo Game Show. Yeah, we were there in 2017. We couldn't get there last year, so I'm hoping this year we can get in. Yeah, Enma State joined. It was like 2018. He wasn't. Yeah, yeah. It was before Enma State probably got the game. But yeah, we were at Tokyo Game Show. It was pretty fun. We're hoping to go there again, and we'll have a nice, proper, translated Japanese game for you guys. Did you show faction colors? They're not they're not complete yet. Some of them are still in. Some of them are still like. Some of them are still like experimental. So we have faction colors here at the very end. Yeah, so we have Montag. Yeah, Medvedev, Shenji. Oh no, Mr. Surprise does not work for Shenji. Then Yoshikawa, which is like an opposite Shenji. Yeah, this Shenji design is not final. It's gonna have more golds. This is Yoshikawa. This is Astra. This is Maaga. And this Maaga is not final either. That's not the color scheme. And then you have the Bleeding Edge. Feels like my eyes are gonna fall out of their sockets from all the edge. There's the Sunfield Frontier, Ducaron, Piedrana, and the Imperial colors. And the Imperial colors actually give a clue to what kind of character. Who's this? Sorry, it was Short Ducks. Yeah, Short Ducks. Short Ducks' pilot has an Imperial background. Then you have the League colors, so that also explains Valiant's color schemes. Then you have the Paghetti, which are basically roving bandits who banded together. Bandit smugglers, basically criminals of all sorts in that sector. So yeah, there's that. Oh, we're gonna add that soon when I update the colors. When I update the certain colors, like Shenji needs adjustment. That's not the final one. What frame is that? That's the upgraded Falcon. Like I said, the game will have a single player campaign where you can upgrade your stats. Best of luck at TGS, yo. Girl decent. Yeah, please. When we first went to TGS, we were surprised many people loved it. Because it was like something they just understood, even without having a proper Japanese translation. And I think with a proper Japanese localization, we can have like a real big thing in Japan. But right now, our biggest market is in America, just so you guys know. So yeah, thank you, American players. You made him lose his paint job. Good job. That's just a basic red. I'll show you. I'll show you. Oh no! Why am I in tutorial? Oh no! Okay, I'll show you. It's just red. I'll show you. Although that is a cool color scheme. He looks cool. Color. It's just red. No, that's the wrong mech. It's just red. See? See? There. Knees weak, arms are heavy, palms are sweaty. Will you be able to show these, take these new skins to multiplayer? Yes, you will be able to. Like I discussed before, multiplayer will have ATL mode. ATL mode being the Archangel Tournament League mode, which is the base stats of the weapons and equipment. And there's basically it basically it powers down the mech. Even if you have upgraded stats, it powers it down to its base stats. So even if you have like the strongest weapon that shoots like a gazillion bullets, and multiplayer, if someone turns on ATL mode, you just shoot whatever bullets it had before it became a gazillion bullets. I like Falcon. I like high mobility. Yes, it's beautiful. Just put a gun on it. It's nice. Just put a gun on it and run away. Don't fight with swords. No, I'm kidding. A lot of Garrison Archangel is first and foremost. It was supposed to be a mecha with strong melee focus. But of course, the game grew and we added lots of stuff. So we're just here trying to make range more viable, even though it is plenty viable. We just want to put more variety in the type of range weapons you employ, and yeah, that's why it's like this. Oh no, Valiant's still strong. Valiant's still strong. Why is Valiant strong? Oh my gosh. Valiant, no. Valiant, mercy. Valiant, mercy. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. Valiant, no. Valiant, why? Anyway. Anyway, I just got killed. Okay, so next, and my good taste, lol. That's a good paint job on this main menu mech. Are you guys planning to do on going to a convention in the US? We'll see what we can do. It's a bit harder than TGS, honestly, so we'll see what we can do. We do want to like spread out and go places. It'll help our marketing, but we'll see what we can do with the resources we have. Special stats perks, yes. Most notably for weapons, they might change. Like, I'm not sure what I can say at the moment. There are certain weapons, for example, that won't require, like the SMG will have recharging ammo recharging at higher levels. So you won't have to worry about running out of bullets. So there's that. There are weapons that might change how they gain charge as well. Like the Dominus might at higher level will gain charge passively, but you can also still gain charge by hitting opponents with it. And of course, at higher levels, it'll deal more damage, and its special moves will also change. Will there be instances that there will be transitions on the story when on field, then be joining the ATL? The ATL missions will be a type of mission you join, and your mech will have to meet ATL regulations before you can join it. And I think that's it. It's already 10. Thank you for everyone who answered. Yeah, that's a lot of people. I'm just making sure I didn't miss any questions. Will you be able to take these new skins? Yeah, I did. Garrison anime is the ultimate goal of Poweru. Shh. Shh. No. Shh. No one has to know that. And I think that's it. That's all the questions, and I think it's good. I think this is a good point to like sign off. So that was Wednesday Warzone. It might be the last Wednesday Warzone for a while, but you guys are on Discord, you'll talk with us, and Discord doesn't really require fast internet. It would be best if people watching this video are on Discord so you can see us just like talking and bouncing ideas. We also have announcements on Steam. If you guys were on Steam, you would have seen the announcement for the new public build. we'll also update everyone via Steam and our various social media channels like Twitter and Facebook. So please do follow those, even though we might not have Wednesday Warzone for a while. We'll still be updating those. And yes, thank you for your support. This has been Paolo from the Garrison Archangel team. And this has been Wednesday Warzone. Sara, bye bye.